Here's the backstory as to why my book takes place on the Easter Bunny set at the mall. A couple years ago, I was dating somebody who worked at the Christmas set at a mall. They were head elf, actually, and they had to go in every day and take pictures of the kids sitting on Santa's lap. One day, I forget exactly why, I needed a ride. Now, the problem was that the mall was actually like an hour and a half away from us, so I didn't want to make that drive twice in one day. So I just figured, I'll spend all day in the mall. It's a big mall. Why not? So that's what I did. So in the morning, we get in there and they have to go into like the back room office, not the back rooms, but like their office backstage. So just like in the book, we kind of go into a personnel only door, one of those back hallways, service hallways, and they walk me to this room and it's just filled with props and extra cutouts like candy canes and extra Santa outfits, big mirrors, and a table and chairs and stuff. And I was just like, wow, like who knows that this stuff is back here the whole time. My partner kind of gets ready, we go out there, they start setting up, and then eventually my partner has to go back and get Santa because Santa needs an escort. I guess so that like Santa doesn't get mobbed by kids. Anyway, they do that, I go to work, or I don't go to work, I walk around the mall for 8 hours. Yeah. Around lunch, I go back and I'm talking with my partner's boss, who's kind of the manager of several of these Santa locations. And he also runs the Easter Bunny, so that's who the character Max is loosely based off of. And he is wild. He's telling me all about how he raises mules out in Wyoming. That also kind of shows up. Very funny, like charming guy, but also just like this greasy, like kind of sleazy used car salesman kind of vibes. He's the one who tells me a lot of Easter bunnies have face tattoos, because who can take off like 2 full months working all day to be an Easter bunny? People who are unemployed. And a large section of people who are unemployed are people who are just out of prison. And a lot of people who are unemployed and out of prison have face tattoos, because it's hard to get hired if you have face tattoos. However, if you are in the Easter bunny suit, no one can see your face. Santa has to look like Santa, but the Easter bunny can look like anybody. I got so wrapped up, like, what is this Easter bunny's backstory? And so I just had to make it up and write about it. And now you can read about it.